The fundamental purpose of Living Education
is to provide systematic training
for members, youth, and ministry of the Living Church of God
in the knowledge and understanding of the way of God.
I think the best way to describe Living Education is that it's a one-year program where you immerse yourself in learning about God's way of life.
It's a good time to spend a year focused on learning more about God and the Bible and the doctrines of the church, and also to build bonds with other young people in the church as you're all learning the same things and you're preparing for your future together.
It's a college experience, but it's a short one. It's just a one-year program where you can really delve into the Bible and really delve into the spiritual aspect of life and get to make some really great friends along the way.
I'm Jonathan McNair, and I'm the director of the Living Education program. The Living Education program here in Charlotte is directed towards young people between the ages of 18 and 30. And it's meant to be specifically an in-class experience for our young people. It's a program that focuses on fundamentals, on building foundations. And I say building, sometimes our young people in God's church have a lot of knowledge that they have accumulated over the years. But that doesn't mean that it can't be reinforced and filled out. Sometimes we find there are gaps in understanding that need to be filled in, or sometimes it's a matter of truly digging in and establishing roots, establishing the ability to defend the faith.
For our students, we are looking for those who are serious, are willing to put hard work into their effort, who interact calmly and in a friendly manner, like members of our congregation, that we are building a team effort that is preparing them for their future in God's church.
They should want to come to Living Education Charlotte. They should want to learn. They should want to grow. They should be ready to work hard in those endeavors.
To make an investment, and however God decides to use them back in their local congregation, it's inspiring to see how they grow over the 9 months that they learn and study with us.
So this program is about cementing a foundation in the way of God. And so when young people come here to learn, they have an in-class experience where every day they have classes where those of us on the faculty actually teach, interact with the students, challenge them to prove their beliefs. That's the type of experience that really helps to prepare them to be pillars for the church in the future, and that's the goal. The students also have the opportunity to learn from Mr. Weston, Mr. Ames, and Dr. Winnale, and all of our department heads. Each week we have a special meeting where one of these gentlemen give a talk on a topic of their choice. We also invite pastors from the surrounding area to speak to the students. So our students really get a variety of instruction from a variety of teachers. The other part of the experience is the experience in the dorm and again in the work environment, and that's important as well. The students live together, the men live in the men's dorm and the ladies live in the ladies' dorm, and they have to learn to get along. They have to learn to interact with each other, and over the course of time they become really close friends because of that experience. But it's a workshop in applying what they learn every day in the classroom about how to live God's way. So it's a great opportunity to learn and then put it into practice. They also work here at the headquarters building where they work in different departments, and they also have an opportunity again to apply with the things they learn in the classroom. So it's a classroom experience paired with you might say a real life working, living experience that forms the program that we have here over the course of 9 months. It's not just about learning in a classroom, it's also about learning to apply what is learned in the classroom. That's the type of experience that really helps to prepare them to be pillars for the church in the future. And that's the goal. It's important that we are willing to make an investment in the future.
Living education is an effort by our church to help prepare the next generation for leadership.
I try to always remind members in God's church that whether they realize it or not, they are investing in the future by supporting the program that we have here with Living Education. The students that come here, in essence, their tuition is paid by the church. What they pay in terms of the fees really account for their living expenses. So it's a great opportunity for them to have an education in the Bible and God's way of life and applying God's way of life at a very reasonable cost, because again, the church is sponsoring and making an investment in these young people.
For about 2 decades, I, along with others, have recognized the need to work with young people after they graduate from high school. Living Education gives us an opportunity to do so. One of the greatest experiences of my life was the time that I spent at Ambassador College. Now, we're not able to recreate Ambassador College. We don't have the resources, nor do we have the large number of young people that we could draw from. Nevertheless, we have the opportunity now to have a living education program, as we had a living university program here in Charlotte. But this is a program that is very much hands-on. All the students take the classes together. They're not just watching videos, but they're having the opportunity to have a live instructor working with them. But living education on site here in Charlotte is more than just classroom work. We're striving to teach a way of life, a way of respect for one another, treating each other as we ought to treat each other. And we have the opportunity for eating meals together, for working together, going to various recreational and educational places together, but just spending time together in a positive atmosphere. This time between 18 and say 25 years of age is so critical for our young people. We recognize that there are just so many decisions that they have to make at this time in their life. And we want to give them that little extra help as they get away from home for the first time, and help them to be able to grow and just mature a little bit before going on to other endeavors in life. So we're very appreciative of this opportunity. We thank you for sending your young people here. We thank you to the young people who have come. We've had 2 wonderful groups our first 2 years here, and we look forward to many more years of bringing young people here. And we hope that this training that we do give them will spread throughout the church amongst other young people. So thank you for the opportunity to present this particular program and let you know what we're planning and what we're doing here in Charlotte with the on-site program.